What's up, guys? I'm back. Um, I haven't been live in for a minute, so I decided today let me come back and let me do a live today. Um, I have really nothing much to like update you guys on. Just on the road to 200. It's really been a journey from when I started to now. It's only been 4 months, but I'm thankful to God. Everything, right now it's 200, but you never know in the future what it could be. So I'm just here for the journey and like getting better at like content creating and just like getting better at fashion and everything and styling and like looking for stuff. But yeah, I just like wanted to like talk about like stuff I'm doing right now. Like um, right now, I'd say I'm looking to this like how to make patches. Like I'm trying to like get like maybe an embroidery machine other than like keep buying and buying. Like I feel like this would be better. I did see a machine like this. I was gonna buy it early this year, but I was just nah. S and I bought a course, so I was like, let me just do this. Uh, right now the style trying to go for is like military style, surplus style, and patches. So those are the two things I'm main focused on. And boots. I'm really into boots right now, like combat boots, hiking boots. So that's really what's really taking up my time and like everything I'm thinking of. Something like this. Like I'm gonna get something like this. I already have a blue one. I'm thinking of getting like a brown, a black one, maybe even this green one because I'm gonna get green. Um, on Depop, I order like some cargo pants. I definitely do want to switch over my content a little bit, but right now I just want to do reactions. Follow me on my TikTok. It's unmatched, I think. It's this one right here.
Bro, I gotta buy some new chains. Chains with your jeans, all 2024.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. Deep in this fuck everybody. A nigga telling now.
We also got this other pair BDG.
Give me a sec.
Y'all know it's winter outside, and I know y'all need some baggy G.
But this right here, unmatched, 47. That's where I be at. 160. As of recently, right now, I've passed this following right here on my TikTok. So my YouTube now is actually more than this. But this fits are like they're not like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not good. I'm not here. I'm just an observer, and I bring the fashion to you guys, and like trying to see if you guys can like. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like I'm not saying like I'm the dude. Like I'm like nah, bro. Like everyone has their own style. Everyone just is different. But there's some styles out there they're not that good. Like we just have to be serious with that. Like let's be real with that. Like that's not good. But back to the point. Like today, this is the fit. I feel it's so good, bro. Like I like the way it was, the way it fitted me, everything. This one right here is pretty good too. I'll guess that one too. Oh wait, give me a sec. Give me a sec. I just remembered that I ordered. So this red pants right here, right? This red pants right here. I ordered. I ordered the black ones. Finally, I missed out on the drop for GV Gallery. I was gonna get the jeans, but I took a nap. Woke up. It was at 3 o'clock, and I had signed up for early access. The jeans were gone. I was gonna buy the jeans, but I think War 74 is dropping today too at 7:40, 7:30. So I'll make cop of that. I want to see what they got. Maybe I'll cop something. Ultimately, I do want to cop something from Essence. I do want to cop something from Essence. So if 74 as well has some good stuff, I may buy it. Then I'm not. But right now, I'm gonna buy something from Essence. Like I'm settled on buying something from Essence. I feel like with pants, I'm kind of all. I shouldn't even say that. You can never be all set with pants, you know? Look at this. Oh, smells good, bro. Smells good. You know what? This is definitely different from the red ones. The material's different. Everything just feels different. So, and this is an XL. Come on, that's an XL. This one, the red ones, I would say they're like firmer. Like you know, like they're not like this one is softer. This is softer. This is just edge, bro. Like, look at this. This I could tell these were like in a rush because people were like trying to get them. Like you'd remember, like yo, I ordered pants, but it's when's the last when I ordered them? I think October. October 16th. It's December. They did say they were gonna take a long time, so. But I would remember I'll go in the comments. People would say when they come in, the dude would be like, "Yo, they're still in production." Da da da. Did you read the thing? I read the thing. I knew. So I just But don't get me wrong. I was like, damn. And then like 2 weeks ago, I got like the notification that yo, this thing is like, it's the label's been made. I'm like, oh shoot. So Depop, I got Depop coming in, right? I got my Depop coming in. I bought like 2 cargo pants. Hopefully the ones, it was in the women's section. It was like a woman was selling it, but the green ones were like size 40. Like I know that's gonna fit me. Like that itself was gonna fit me. And then there was a Dickies one. They said that was men's. So even though the green one said it was men's, so it was. I think I'm good. I'm just worried about that one. That's the thing I'm worried about. I ordered some patches. They should be here by like the 18th. So not next Monday, but the Monday after that. Yeah. What else? Yeah. That's something I've looked for. So I'm gonna style these next Thursday. Definitely now I need to like focus on my sweater stuff. But other than that, I think I'm pretty good at everything. So yeah. Man, I love fashion, bro, but it's like very, very, very downgraded. Like, not downgraded, but like monetary, you know? Like,
I was driving around Vegas looking for food, and I got this text message from my mama. I got it. Let's try it and rate 1 through 10.
support black businesses, everything, but gotta stick to what I'm good at, fashion, bro. Like I don't hate the dude, but he does his thing. He does his thing. Support, bro. But it's what people's gallery got for us. Is this Maria the Scientist? Damn. Is that you? Is that Yeah, I've been like, yo, where's bro's videos, bro?
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
What's your name and where you from?
I'm Liam from Italy.
Ooh, East Africa is definitely in the building. Stop playing with her.
Eritrea.
Woo. Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
What's your name and where you from?
I'm Liam from Italy.
Ooh, East Africa is definitely in the building. Stop playing with her.
Eritrea.
Woo! I mean, we see your fit. Describe it right quick.
So we have Tappy Margiela.
Okay.
We have warehouse pins.
Damn! Damn.
And now we have Big Boys Camp on a t-shirt.
Okay.
We have a Balenciaga bag.
Okay.
We have some Swarovski. And then we have a little Rolex.
Stop playing with her. Oh my God. You give anybody a styling tip, what would it be?
Don't care about nobody else. Wear whatever you want. Just feel.
Okay, maybe Runway NC has something for us. Let's go.
What are your fashion icks for the summer?
I would have to say the like really ripped clothing. What's the point, you know? Cover up a little? I don't know, but to each their own.
All right, and then what are you wearing today?
A lot of Walmart, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, these are men's jeans. These were normal, regular white cowboy boots. I spray painted them yesterday, actually. And then this is Depop. Most of it's Walmart. I'm from Florida, so
All right,
yeah.
you look good though.
Thank
You make
you,
Walmart
thank
look
you.
fly. What are your fashion icks for?
Not bad.
What is one fashion item you regret purchasing?
I bought these Revenge X Storm sneakers, Ian Connor, and I got them a while ago. It was like during...
Before the allegations.
Yeah, before the allegations, so I don't wear them anymore.
I used to just go to Palace and just buy a bunch of stuff. I bought these like lime green parachute pants from there. Yeah, I never even wore them, not one time, so.
And then what are y'all wearing today?
This top, I got this from H&M, my pants from H&M, ran Lost and Founds, and this bag I just got at a fair.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And this is a Harley Davidson tee. I thrifted this. These pants are from H&M and then Travis Scott fragments.
What is one fashion item you regret purchasing?
I bought...
When do I regret repurchasing? Maybe the 74's War pants. I think I regret, like, they looked good in the moment, but when you ordered them and you waited for them, like these, I waited for them, but I still wanted them because the red ones were good. So I wanted the black ones, you know, black, red, you know, type shit, you know. That smells so good, bro. Like, this is what I mean by like the rushing, if you can see it. But like, you know, this stuff right here, it's like, why, you know? Like, it was definitely rushed. You can tell it was rushed, but you can, you know, we still survive. Like, I'm not gonna wash this. Like, I'm like, I have so much pants to rotate, so like, I'm good and everything, you know. This is just like, I got it type shit. Like, I've only seen like another one person have this. Like, there's nobody that got these type shit. Although there's gonna definitely be like where I have to like jump off because a lot of people are gonna know about it. So like people are starting to catch up type shit. But and this was the last. I can't wait for next year. Maybe I'll cop something for next year. But right now I think I'm all set. I think I want to order some like Masons to go with these. I want to get some boots. I want to like definitely get into that surplus thing and all that. So yeah.
What is a fashion item you cannot live without?
Jacket, 100%.
What kind of?
I think pants, like long pants. Like it doesn't matter what, long pants. Definitely sweatpants. I cannot live without sweatpants. This is I just keep admiring these pants, bro. Like there's definitely like you can tell like this was rushed. Like, and that's not, I'm not knocking them because when you have a lot of people like who order them and they're not seeing them for like 2 months, like, you know, you have to rush it. I feel like he should have announced it more when he put up the thing. He should have announced it more. Like, but people don't read nowadays. Like, you should keep announcing like, yo, if you order these type shit, you order these type shit.
Jackets.
I mean, I'm gonna be picky. Plaid, heavy wool, trench coat.
See Wisdom, bro. Like, remember how I told you about the, you know, Wisdom is like, I just can't hate on the guy, bro. He's everything that I like about fashion. Like, and it's like, this is like, I was thinking about it because I was thinking Wisdom and CJ1K. Why do I like Wisdom and not really with CJ1K? Because CJ1K also experiments with his fashion, but with Wisdom, I am going to say this. I am just saying this because I'm like, from what I've seen, bro, from what I've seen, Wisdom is more passionate about his fashion than CJ1K. Like, CJ1K can like do whatever he does, all that stuff, but to me, I just don't see that passion in there. You know, it's like a job to him. Like, this is a job to him, but you can tell he loves fashion. Am I wrong to say that? Am I wrong to say like, yo, you know, this is this is passion versus like I'll show you. Let me show you. Let's see like which video do I want to watch? Okay, the one
Make an outfit that's so expensive, it's more expensive than the most expensive outfit you've made, and more expensive than the next most. You know what I'd rather do? I'd rather defecate in my palms and applaud than have any.
Starting off the pants, these are low-key like my favorite pants too. These are the Rick Owens Tyrone bootcut jeans. I think I got these for like $600. We have this Chrome Hearts leather shirt, $2,100. I got this thing from a little place called Grail, which is where I spend all my time before I go to bed. I highly do not recommend doing that because you will find yourself in financial ruin.
That is true. You will. Me, I've made like maybe 2 purchases from Grail. Like, I'm not. With Depop, I've made my first 2 purchases. Oh, well, one. I do have a cross in there. I definitely want a calp.
All right, this is it. This is the outfit. This outfit is $9 billion. How, of course, does anybody keep their pants up when they perform? You guessed it, belt. I did a video on this belt a while ago, but this is the Chrome Hearts roller belt. That boy was 10K.
What? Oh my gosh.
Belt. Got this cowboy hat by Nick Fouquet. Wait, I want to do a transition. I want to transition my hat off. Wait, what should I do? I'm a snap. Bro, watch. I'm a snap and it's going to be like a new hat. Watch. Look at that. What did I say? What did I say? Next piece is one of my favorite pieces from Chrome Hearts. This vest was 12K. Wisdom K. Next we have something that is not. Alright, this time you guys can't be serious. Make an outfit for Batman, Flash, and each member of the Justice League.
Make an outfit that's so expensive.
These are low-key like my $9 billion. How is 10K? Watch, I'm a snap and it's gonna be like a new hat. Watch. Look at that. What did I say? What did I say? Next piece is one of my favorite pieces from Chrome Hearts. This vest.
I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty tough, bro.
Was 12K. Wisdom K. Next we have something that is not Chrome Hearts. It is this Tiffany & Co. Scorpion necklace. This was 7,500. It's kind of fitting to wear a scorpion necklace.
This is crazy. This is already a good fit going on, bro.
I think about it because it's like a Western fit. Like we're in the desert and there's like.
And these are still not as expensive stuff. Like there's still like more stuff that's expensive in there, like the luggage, bro.
A scorpion. And you got a quick draw. I would win if you want anyone who's got a quick draw, bro, I'll win, bro. Like, you didn't even see my hand move. That next piece is one of my personal favorite Chrome Hearts pieces as well. It is this Chrome Hearts roller bracelet. This bracelet was $7,150. It kind of looks like you're looking out through like the barrels of like a shotgun. These are some cowboy boots I got from eBay. They were like $800. Usually in these videos, I have like a little price thing somewhere. I usually put it right here. I don't know what it says right now because I don't know. I'll probably know later, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Because you're going to put it there.
I guess. Okay. I don't. What?
What does it say right now? Can you tell me?
Bro, get back to the video.
Hate this guy. Chrome Hearts pinky ring, $950. You guys are probably sick and tired of me putting on Chrome Hearts, but I promise you this next item is still Chrome Hearts.
It's crazy because when I'm getting to like content creating, this is all a script. Like he wrote a script for him to even be like, yo, what is up there? This guy. That's a script, bro. Like you cannot convince me otherwise. That's not a script.
These were Chrome Hearts Nailer sunglasses. These were $1,600. The Fire Delfino wallet chain. This chain was $14K.
I am trying to get a wallet chain, but not Chrome Hearts. Something else different. But damn, bro.
And last but certainly not least, like at all, we've got the Hermes Hack 40, and it was $10K.
So I was kind of off. We were in the ranges. I thought it was probably like 90,000 or 100K. It's 10K. Damn. Still, bro.
And these keychains were $1,633. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen.
16 for a keychain, bro.
This is the outfit that's more expensive than whatever that person said. There's one thing to take away from these videos is typically that money can't buy style. This time it did. I won't lie. This time I kind of ate. Style is not a thing that is dependent on monetary value. When I had no dollars, all my clothes were either from my mom's closet, thrifted, just from when I was a kid.
Okay, basically what he's trying to say is that working with what you have can take you a long way and that you don't need to spend a lot of money on clothes to look good. This video is just to beat a challenge.
All right then, well, I'm gonna go ahead and head down to the Hooscow now. Y'all have a good all night. Y'all here? Come back now. All right, okay.
Make an outfit.
He got it, bro. That's a good fit. What else do I want? Flannels.
These are by far the worst fits you could ever throw on as
I definitely agree with the, like, you gotta definitely work with what you got. Styling and everything. Definitely, that's what I'm trying to do now. It's just a lot to, like, balance, like, especially when, like, I have so many tabs open. Like, I'm trying to, like, focus on this, get this out, like, how can I make this happen? But it's whatever, you know. I trust the process. Do everything, just, you know, it's gonna happen at some point. Like, you just gotta keep working. As long as you don't give up, that's it.
a grown man. These are the most ugliest, atrocious fits, bro. Do not wear these. Number one, let's start off strong, man. Who's wearing a flannel? That's one of the worst items you could ever wear, man. You don't look good no more, bro. It's something about it, bro. I've never seen anyone successfully pull off a clean flannel.
This is incorrect. Flannels are cool. This is how you style them. Flannel, suede pants.
Anyone that has been, like, has watched Teaching Men's Fashion knows flannels are good, bro. Like, when he said that, I was like, bro, you cannot, like, these are the basics, you know. I took my nursery class in fashion, bro. Come on, that was Teaching Men's Fashion. Like, you know flannels are good, you know boots are good, you know eyewear is good, white tee, basic tees, those are good, like neutral colors, like, you know, these was like basic stuff. And come on, bro. I can definitely tell some people didn't watch like those type of, like, videos when, like, it was, like, back then, you know. Like, I used to watch Teaching Men's Fashion, like, every day back in, like, freshman year and everything, like, you know. That was like the, like, when he was just fashion stuff, that was it, bro.
Jacket. Flannel, really baggy pants. Flannel layered under a shirt. Red flannel, Carhartt work jacket. Red flannel, green wash cargos. Carhartt work jacket. Red flannel, Carhartt work jacket.
This is a clean fan. We have to appreciate it, bro. The glasses, the Peaky Blinders hat, the work pants. I think I have my new inspo right here, bro. For spring, I got it right here.
Red flannel, green wash cargos.
Nice.
Flannel, jorts. Flannel and skinny jeans. A flannel and a suit. Flannel and a vest.
Clean, bro. Bro's just shouting. Facts, bro. What else? Dofi. Not bad. So creative, bro. I feel like, who would have come up with something like that, you know? Like, yo, you know what would be good? audience type fits. That's crazy. But like, then let's go to like DJ. And I'm not trying to diss. I'm just. This is what I see. This is what I see. This is all I see, and this is all I'm trying to say. Like, no deriding, no nothing, no nothing. But
Yo, it's your boy 1K, man. Let me show y'all what I just caught from eBay. This hoodie I got right here from eBay, and as you can see, authenticity guarantee, you feel me? I always wanted one of these jackets because it's like good cozy.
it's an ad. It's not. He's gonna style Dark Martens, okay? Let's see. I mean, this is an ad too. If I'm... Not bad. That's not bad. Okay, let's see how you styled it throughout the year.
January,
And I'm not saying like, oh, he, because I feel like he probably took fashion he started taking fashion consistently after this year or something like that. Like, okay, let me take it seriously and everything. But there's like good fits there. Like, this is a good fit. I don't know about this one. It's okay. This is atrocious fit. I saw it on Instagram and I was like, nah. This was alright. It's alright. It's alright. The baggy, I felt like the jeans was the only thing I was like, the jacket is good. The boots are good. It's just the jeans. I don't even know if those are Balenciaga jeans or whatever, bro. But they were like, this is homelessness right here, bro. This is homelessness type. Timber. Nah. Nah. This is good. This is good. I like this. I like this. And it's like both of them, him and Wisdom kind of have a way of like, they're not like, oh, this is what I'm gonna be at. Like they both going back on styles and everything. They're influencers, whatever. It's just, I don't know, bro. I'm just not getting the passion. Is he supposed to give us the passion? Nah, not really. He can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. He's the one getting paid to wear fits, you know? But it's just, his fits, I've never been like, yo, this, okay, this good fits here and there, but like, bro, this dude can really dress. I'm not trying to compare them. This is what I've seen, okay? I definitely just want to like keep following and see like how better he gets. Like, I feel like there's just potential there, you know? Like, if this is like, maybe he's your 2 or something, I feel like maybe your 5, 6, 7, you know, could be different. Like, I definitely want to see people's like journeys and fits and all that. I'm more down for that. This whole like, he used to dress good, bro. Like, I don't know, this recent fits I've ever since like he went full influencer, I don't know, I've not been liking it, bro. But this was not it. This is definitely not it. But yeah, that's all I got for that one. That's all I got for that. What can we watch? Advice for young artists, how to take good pictures, fashion versus style. Let's go fashion versus style.
Fashion fades, but style is forever. But can one really live without the other? I don't know, man. I think we're gonna get that question answered in this video today, because we're gonna give a full breakdown of the differences between fashion and style. And yes, there is a difference, a huge difference as a matter of fact. Now I know we all heard these terms that reference fashion being temporary and style being forever, and there's a lot of backing behind this, I'm not gonna lie. I think one of the biggest and truest examples that proves that to be true is money can't buy style. But in order for us to get a clearer
Bro, I haven't seen this dude.
That proves that to be true is behind this, I'm not gonna lie. I think one of the biggest and truest examples that proves
what the heck is this? This is oh, good times, you know?
That to be true is money.
Bro, I haven't seen this dude
can't buy style. But
in forever, bro. 2022, 2021, definitely 2021. Bro, what happened to this? Is this Doctor? Is he now Doctor? Isn't he Doctor? But don't tell me him and Doctor whatever that dude and Lie are the same person. Don't tell me him and this dude are the same person. Cause if that's he looks kind of like that. So I just thought this man like faded out because he was a Rick Owens stan, bro. Like it was opium like stan. But is this dude the same? Nah.
But in order for us to get a clearer understanding of the difference between the two, I'm gonna just give y'all a quick breakdown of what I would define these two to be. Now, fashion I would explain as dynamic. I think it constantly evolves and reflects whatever is going on in current culture, whether that's influenced by whatever is going on socially or economically at the time. I think that it kind of embodies clothing designs, whether that be colors, patterns, specific type of accessories, footwear, whatever is current and gaining popularity with a large audience. And with that being said, I think designers and fashion houses play a massive role when it comes to setting the tone by creating collections that basically becomes the standard for that season. So I think those potential trends get put into the light by various channels such as fashion shows, magazines, and social media, which then shapes whatever the choices and preferences are of consumers. And you got style, which unlike fashion is a lot more internal and deeply personal. It reflects a person's preferences, values, identity, making each person's style a one-of-a-kind expression of who they are. I think personal style allows for a more adaptive approach to what fashion is. It involves being a curator of what you want in your wardrobe, forcing you to incorporate pieces that resonate with the individual rather than just following the latest fashion trends. Because we all know trends kind of come and go, and personal style usually remains pretty constant. So with those definitions, I think it's a little bit easier to break down and kind of go back and forth between fashion and style and how they relate to each other. Now, when it comes to fashion, you have things like trends and seasons, which play a huge role in how we dress. Now, unlike personal style, I think fashion often follows trends that change with seasons or specific periods. I think that trends and seasons are influenced by designers, runway shows, and popular culture. This is why we have these different eras of like brands or popular items and even aesthetics, to be honest. And I'll give y'all a couple examples. If y'all remember in like 2016, fashion looked completely different. It was a lot more of like a streetwear / skate culture. So a lot of different popular brands, I would say, was like Supreme, Vans, Palace. Even the way you had to go about getting these items were different culturally. That's why a lot of people kind of reminisce on those time frames where you had to like actually go out and wait in front of a store early in the morning to be able to secure your pair or clothing item from a specific brand. Then you have the following year, like 2017, where you had different things like the homeless or Yeezy type of style, where we had like the super extended long tees, we had holes and everything. It was really like a crazy time when you go back and think about it. You had, of course, like Yeezy and Fear of God being like at the head of what was going on culturally, leading into current day, which I think would be more geared towards like big designer brands and meme culture. So you'll see different things like Balenciaga or very like avant-garde brands like a Rick Owens or something like that. And then following the definition that I talked about earlier, which you'll have different culture shifts like TikTok. TikTok is a huge culture shift, and fashion kind of adapted that and showed us different trending things along the way. But how that relates to style is you will see people who have style.
I feel like TikTok rushed trends. Trends used to stick around for like at least 8 months. Like, think about it. When the Supreme Louis thing dropped, that literally was there for like at least a year. Nobody can say that was not there for a year. Everybody wanted that. Everybody was on that. Like, people would like get like fake Louis type stuff, like maybe to do homage to it, or kind of, you know, something close to it, like Louis something, Louis Supreme something, like, you know, like there was like all that like impact it had. People would do like shoes and they would do like Supreme Louis type. You remember that the Air Forces have the Supreme Louis type thing? Like, it was crazy, bro. And of course, each year went on and the trends would get closer and closer and shorter and shorter. But when TikTok dropped and when fashion people started going on there, trends go by quick. Trends go by quick. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Music trends, those two, TikTok influenced. Like, okay, music was kind of like, okay, 2 months, like, you know, but the time got shorter, especially after COVID, especially when I remember right before we get out of COVID, high school senior year, Uzi dropped. When he dropped, that whole time, okay, it's like COVID. I'd say he had a good 6 month run because of COVID. He had a good 6 month run. I remember we were still bumping. People were still playing like Kobe with him and Chief Key in like July, and it was like, I'm not saying like, okay, it was like you can't even say it was a hit. It was just appreciated, you know. It was still there. The album lingered. I cannot name you any other album that dropped in that time, but I remember that time because that was the album people were playing a lot. People were giving their opinions. People were dissecting it. People were like, you know. And I felt like maybe not even 6 months. Maybe like, because that was during like what, March? Because March the 13th, yeah, March the 13th. So you got from March to like June, maybe is that 4 months? You know, like people are still talking about it and still decompressing it, still trying to, you know, people took their time because there was nothing really to do. So people will bring it back up. Is it the best album? All that stuff. Like, I can still remember that vividly. But like TikTok, especially in that, especially TikTok even ran with that song. Remember that song Kobe, that Bin Kobe? That song itself on TikTok was there for at least that whole summer. It was there for the whole summer. Maybe it was even the song of the summer that year because nobody was really bumping anything. So it was really just like an album that really lingered, you know. That's why I don't know if he dropped Fusi Shuffle in that summer. Maybe I'm wrong, but around that period he had a good run with that because of TikTok. But now people, and this was when there's literally no people yet, because I joined 2019, that summer of 2019. By summer of 2020, TikTok was established. Charlie D'Amelio was established. Because I joined that's 2019 summer. I was kind of getting on with the Charlies, but I still didn't know like, yo, who's Charlie? People were talking about, like a couple girls put me on about it, and like I would never know because I was just scrolling it and I was like, damn, this thing is good, bro. You know, like you just scrolling videos, people are just doing stuff, funny stuff. It was like, yo, this is good, bro. And then like by summer 2020, everything had been established. This is where the dancers are. This is where the fashion people, maybe not the fashion, but like sections were being established. Dancing TikTok, this TikTok, that TikTok. Because I was following like there was a lot of dancing on TikTok than any fashion. That I can promise you. Like, and then people started coming out lifestyle, this style, that style, this style, that style, this style, that style. And then it's established by the year 2020. Everything had been established. The fashion people were here. This were here. Actually, no. Fashion people were not even established yet. Like, there was barely any fashion. 2021, That's when I probably got into wisdom, and that was still a small bubble. By the end of 2021, it was getting bigger. Pause. And by 2025, no, 25, 23, 22, it was really established. So the dancing was already fleshed out. Everybody knew the dancer who was on top. That was Charlie and everybody else, you know. So it was being fleshed out. But some sections of TikTok were not fleshed out. The athletic people were kind of getting fleshed out too. But also say that this TikTok really put everything, gave it like, put a switch on it, you know. Today you're wearing GV Gallery, tomorrow you're not wearing GV Gallery. That's an example. Like, you know, like everything got flipped. And now it's like more of like, okay, this is a personal style. Like when I follow people on TikTok, it's like, what is their style? And definitely to like see their content and stitch it and put it all on YouTube. But that's mostly it. Like I'm not really like, oh, what's the new trend? Like with the Timberlands, bro. Let me not say this, bro, but like Timberlands are like still like they're not even a shoe that came out. It's been there, but it's a shoe everybody's obsessed with. Next year's not gonna be. Next year's gonna be another boot, another shoe. This time last year, wasn't it like the New Balance 250 or something, 350? It's this shoe. What's next? Oh, wasn't the Birkenstocks? It was the Birkenstocks slides. It's not. Today's is the, although, and everybody's styling the same thing: big jeans, big shoes, big jeans, big shoes. That's why there's a trend how to style like Lil Yachty. Get Timbs, get baggy jeans, the baggiest ones you can get.
And we're almost.
Can you believe a shoe that's been here for like 50 years or something like that, almost at the cusp of hip hop, is now a trend? Like it's a trend, although it's been there. Like I remember I wanted Timbs when I was like in middle school. I still want Timbs, you know, and I don't want to cop them because it's a trend, you know. Oh, this is the time I'm gonna cop it because it's a trend. Like I'm not even I'm gonna wait until this thing passes, because I'm getting other boots. I'm getting like hiking boots, all that stuff before they bring it and be like, yo, the hiking boots. But
like the curators to whatever is going on in the fashion world. So if you look at certain individuals with style, we all went through these same time periods where we had the same fashion pieces or brands or culture presented to us, and we just picked and chose what we wanted to grab from whatever was either trending or what we liked at that given moment. So though the fashion and the culture kind of evolves, your favorite
Let's go! Put your hands together for the
icons usually stay the same and always have this certain sense of style to them. Even your personal taste and preferences is curated from whatever happened in your life. So whether you gravitate to a certain type of music, certain hobbies, TV shows, your job occupation could play a role in what your personal style is. And I think this is why we oftentimes find ourselves gravitating towards people who dress a certain way, because what you choose to wear is almost like a language that's unspoken. You could pretty much look at somebody and know if you potentially have something in common or not. With that being said, flipping back onto the fashion side, I think that everything fashion related comes from external influences. So you might have things like celebrity endorsements, media. These all heavily impact fashion trends to the point to where a lot of brands nowadays will just go and grab their favorite influencers to have them make something trend. That way, the fashion gets what they need. They need these influencers to kind of feed off of the product that they just designed in order to have other people incorporate their fashion into style. So it's really almost like a chicken or the egg type of thing, if you ask me. And it's kind of interesting because fashion sometimes is like dictated by whatever the industry trends are rather than individual preferences. Like I know we all like to look at designers and see them as these crazy innovators, but when you are at big scale, you almost have to work with what's selling and what people are picking. I know us as fans of certain designers and brands would like to think that they are just coming in and innovating right off the bat, which might be true to a certain extent, but what you'll see in the public eye is the trending things because that is what sells and keeps these brands alive. I think on the flip side of that, style is a lot more timeless and not bound to specific trends. This is usually why you'll see a fashion item trend and be out of style before you see your favorite fashion icon or influencer not be cool anymore. The icons or influencers are usually curators of the trends and aesthetics. And if you're the curator of something, it holds a lot more weight than whatever the current trend is. Now, for the last section of the video, I wanted to bring both together so that you can see the relationship between fashion and style, because I don't really think that you can have one without the other. And I think the bridge between the two is individual interpretation. I think as a person with style, I think it's very important that we take what we are given from fashion and style/use it in our own way. I think as individuals, we can kind of look at fashion as a tool to use it in our unique style, because I think the same fashion item can be styled in different ways by different people. Like, for an example, if I was to hand everybody a pair of Air Force Ones, tell them to go back home and come back to this very point with an outfit on, using these all white shoes as a base, everybody would come in with a different outfit on. It all just depends on your taste and vibe and what you're used to and what you're comfortable in. So that right there pretty much shows the entire relation. I think it's also important to note that both start to evolve over time. Personal style, we all know, is a process that changes throughout our entire lives. We often incorporate either new fashion items that are trending, or we go back and we mix classic items and mix it with the new. So it's almost like these things are running in the same race, and one might at some point get in front of the other, but it almost like always catches up to each other and ends up in the same space. So I think in conclusion, fashion is external and trend driven, while style is a lot more internal and personal. I would always encourage you all to find your own style using fashion as a medium to self-express yourself. That's such an OG like wisdom bar. I don't even know where I came up with that, man, but that is pretty much it for the video. Make sure that you share this video to a person who you...
I totally agree. I feel like you just need to use, like, with the trends that come in, you need to come up with your own style, because your own style could also become a trend, you know. But you need to, like, from this, what I've seen from it is like, just pick what you like from this and like go make it part of your style. And right now I feel like I don't have style, so I'm really trying to like see how can I get the style, you know. What can I do to get, like, how can I get my own style? Like, how can I style this? How can I express myself through this, you know, type shit. Gospel service. I remember this dude. Make art full time. Watch later. I think this will be good. Yeah, Chef Pro, rock the beat, 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 rock the beat.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of Mint Mobile. With a holiday offer, I think that you're gonna like. When you switch to
Hopefully this is not boring.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Threaducation. In this video, we're going to be talking about the history of Bottega Veneta. As we'll see in just a bit, Bottega is preceded by a long history in the world of luxury fashion, but in just the past few years, it has been completely reinvented by a new creative director named Daniel Lee. What Daniel has done with Bottega is simply amazing, and there are many things up-and-coming designers can learn from his approach, but by now you may have heard the unfortunate news that he will be leaving the brand. This announcement came as a bit of a shock considering all of the success he's had, but we'll be taking a deeper look at why he's leaving, who will be replacing him, and what this means for the future.
With Bottega, he did do a good job, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know a lot about him, but I did hear like the stuff he's done and everything. So I would say he definitely did do a good job. Like, I guess I knew Bottega through him, and I'm not gonna lie, his work was good. The shoes, the bags, the clothes. Green, to even think of a color like Bottega is just green, you know. I don't think of any other brand that's green than Bottega. So to use that color, some designers are just like, they got it, bro.
Future of the fashion house. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the history of Bottega Veneta. In 1966, Michele Taddei and Renzo Zangiaro decided to go into business together selling high-end leather goods. As Venetians, meaning that they were from the Veneto region of Italy, they decided to go by the name Bottega Veneta, which is quite literally Italian for Venetian shop. I feel like here is a good place to note that I often hear people saying Bottega Veneta, and to be honest, that's what I used to call it, but because the name is Italian, the correct pronunciation is technically Bottega Veneta. Call it whatever you want, but I just thought I'd point that out in case you were wondering why I'm pronouncing it the way that I am. Anyways, with the name settled, Michele and Renzo got to work, but they had one major problem. You see, the sewing machines that they had were meant for working with cloth and not with leather. The type of leather that most other brands were using at the time was too thick to even fit under the sewing machine's needle, and while the obvious solution would have been to get new sewing machines, they had something else in mind. They decided to use leather so thin that it would fit under the needle of their sewing machines, and they then reinforced it by weaving individual strips together. This technique of leather weaving became known as intrecciato, which is the Italian word for intertwined, and although it was born out of necessity, people loved the way that it looked. Pretty soon the intrecciato technique became synonymous with Bottega, and this allowed them to create a brand identity without using logos. They differentiated themselves through technique, not with words, and while they did put the letters BV on some of their products, it would always be on the inside where people couldn't see it. This is something that they took great pride in, and it even inspired their slogan, "When your own initials are enough." Michele and Renzo were creating great products, but their if you know approach to marketing is what gave the brand its air of exclusivity, and this helped Bottega accrue a dedicated following. Building off of this success, Michele and Renzo decided it was time to expand, and in 1972, they officially opened a location in New York City. Their hope was that this move would help them become an internationally recognized brand, but
this is some good calls, I'm not gonna lie.
Unfortunately, their timing couldn't have been worse. As we just discussed, Bottega was best known for being high quality and low profile, but during the 1970s, especially in America, most people cared less about quality and more about wearing the most vibrant, gaudy thing possible. That said, Bottega's if you know approach did not hold the same appeal it once had, and by the late 1970s, the brand was struggling financially. So much so, in fact, that both Michele and Renzo, Bottega's founders, decided to walk away completely. That right there very well could have been the end of Bottega, but it was actually Michele's ex-wife, Laura Maltedo, who offered to step in and take over. The brand may have been struggling, but she knew that if she could keep things going, it would eventually turn around, and in a sense, she was right. During the 1980s, Bottega somewhat regained its status as a cult favorite, but this so-called cult was solely comprised of the rich and famous. Among Bottega's biggest fans was Andy Warhol, and while I can't seem to find a copy of it anywhere, he actually directed a short film for Bottega in 1985 titled Bottega Veneta Industrial Videotape. Another major fan of the brand was style icon Jackie Kennedy, who is said to have praised Bottega as one of fashion's best-kept secrets, but that right there was sort of the problem. A handful of fashion-forward celebrities knew about the brand and they loved it, but it was still failing to catch on with a wider audience, and by the 1990s, Bottega was once again headed for trouble. During the 90s, it felt like all that anyone cared about was logos, which is why some people actually refer to this period as logo mania. For a brand like Bottega that took pride in not using logos, this was obviously a problem, and it put Laura in a very difficult position. But looking back now, I think she did the smartest thing possible. She introduced a ready-to-wear line. Up until that point, Bottega was almost exclusively known for its high-end leather bags and shoes, and while the ready-to-wear line would also be very high-end, expanding the brand's offering helped cater to a wider general audience. Now, I say that this decision was the smartest thing possible because without it, Bottega would almost certainly not be where it is today, but I do think that some things were mishandled. In the beginning, Laura was in charge of creative direction for these collections, and for the most part, they were pretty good. In fact, her Fall 2000 ready-to-wear collection is still to this day one of my favorite Bottega collections ever because of how well it showcases the brand's affinity for leather and subtle luxury. Unfortunately, this was not enough to spur the revival that Laura had been hoping for, and in 1998, she came to the realization that it would be best to hire a new creative director. With that in mind, she set out in search of someone who could bring new, exciting ideas to the fashion house, and eventually settled on the young English designer Giles Deacon. If you ask me, Giles Deacon is one of the more intriguing personalities in the world of fashion. He grew up with aspirations of becoming a marine biologist. After discovering his passion for design, he was accepted into Central St. Martin's, where he was classmates with Alexander McQueen. And throughout his career, he has worked at Bottega, Gucci, Ungaro, and even his own label, Giles. Also, this is just a random fun fact, but I thought it'd be interesting to mention that he's in a long-term relationship with Gwendolyn Christie, who played Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones. Anyways, Laura's decision to hire Giles came as a bit of a surprise to some because he had made a name for himself with his extravagantly lavish designs, something that Bottega fans were not used to. But a major change is exactly what the brand needed, so she was willing to take a chance. So what made her decide that Giles was the right person to take a chance on? Well, that's actually a funny story. During the consideration process, Giles gave Laura a sketchbook containing some of the designs that he was working on. But in that sketchbook there was, for whatever reason, a drawing of a parakeet driving a Rolls Royce. Before you ask, yes, this was intentional. It's not like it was some doodle that he forgot to take out, and while this move likely would have backfired at any other fashion house, Laura loved it. This drawing was by no means the deciding factor, but his willingness to include something like this is what let her know that Giles was fun and willing to take risks, which is exactly what she was looking for. She ended up hiring him, and he officially made his debut with Bottega's Fall 2001 ready-to-wear collection. So first off, let me start by saying that this collection is not that bad, especially if you appreciate the style that Giles Deacon is known for, but he went a little overboard in his attempt to make Bottega cool. There were bright colors, bold graphics, and an all-over text pattern that I really just don't like. Ultimately, the collection did turn a few heads, but it didn't prompt the great revitalization that they'd been hoping for. And I guess you could say that this was the beginning of the end for Giles Deacon's time at Bottega. However, I do want to say that this really should not shape your opinion of him as a designer, because at the end of the day, he did what he was asked to do, and the fact of the matter is that it just wasn't the right match. Laura knew that she was taking a chance by hiring him, and well, it didn't pay off. With sales numbers falling, the brand was once again struggling to stay afloat, and so in 2001, with no other options left, Laura officially sold a majority stake in Bottega to the Gucci Group, which I should note the fashion conglomerate Kering would purchase a majority stake in by 2003. Now, Bottega was struggling, but the Gucci Group intended to make some major changes, and they wasted no time at all. The first move was letting go of Giles Deacon, but don't feel bad because he was immediately asked to go design women's wear at Gucci, and over the next few years he would win several awards including the Best New Designer at the British Fashion Awards in 2004, and the British Fashion Designer of the Year in 2006. The Gucci Group's next move was hiring a new creative director, and they settled on Thomas Mayer, a German-born designer with previous experience working at Revlon and Hermes. From the very beginning, his approach was incredibly methodical. He was well aware of the fact that Bottega was best known for accessories like its handbags, and he recognized that the mediocrity of the ready-to-wear line in recent years had been nothing more than a distraction. That said, he cut the ready-to-wear line altogether, at least for the time being, and focused exclusively on making accessories. Now, by no means had the entricciata weave disappeared, but Thomas really gave it new life. This was a primary focus of his because he knew that it would play a key role in returning Bottega to its if you know status, which is something that had been lost when the brand succumbed to the logo mania craze. He would go on to be successful in this effort, and is nowadays credited with starting what some refer to as Bottega's stealth wealth revival. What this basically means is that the brand became a favorite among wealthy individuals with a taste for subtle luxury, sort of like how it was back in the 80s. I also want to mention that the benefit of focusing exclusively on accessories was that it allowed Bottega to become known for one thing. At first, that might sound a bit limiting, but when you're starting a brand or trying to restart a brand like he was, it is extremely helpful to have a signature offering. One of the best examples of this is Louis Vuitton, because although it is now one of the largest fashion houses in the world, it started with just trunks. And if you think that this doesn't apply in the modern fashion industry, just look at Telfar. Telfar is one of the hottest brands out right now, and it all started with their handbags. So rather than trying to balance everything at once, Thomas used his first few years at Bottega to really dial in on bags and accessories, and it worked out. Despite a price tag of nearly $6,000, his Cabot bag quickly became one of the brand's best-selling products, and is today considered one of the most iconic pieces Bottega has ever released. Nevertheless, the day that he'd been building towards was bound to come eventually, and in 2005, 4 years after joining the brand, he finally debuted his first ready-to-wear collection. It had been a long time coming, but it was well worth the wait. Accessories still stole the show, but the garments carried the same sense of subtle luxury that the new stealth wealth generation of fans had come to love. And he also added in some of his own signature designs, including the use of fur, which is something that he added to his repertoire while working at Revlon. With the help of this collection, Bottega once again became profitable in 2005, and as he continued developing the ready-to-wear line as well as the newly introduced jewelry and perfume lines, the brand's sales began skyrocketing. Kering, which at that point now owned the Gucci group, was obviously pleased with this, and so they moved forward with opening new Bottega stores around the world. Don't get me wrong, the fashion house was already well known in the industry, but this is when we really started seeing it rise to the top. By taking things slowly and re-establishing the cult following, Thomas was really just positioning Bottega for an explosion in popularity further down the road. His ability to think far ahead into the future is what sets him apart as a creative director, and a great example of this was his decision to start a leather crafting school in 2006. This allowed younger generations to learn about the art form free of cost, and it allowed him to scout up-and-coming talent for the brand. Overall, it is very safe to say that Bottega would not be where it is today without Thomas Maier, but in 2018, after 17 years as creative director, he decided to resign. Now, the circumstances of his resignation are not exactly clear because he never released a statement. Shortly after leaving, he shut down his own namesake label as well, which Kering also had a stake in, so I'm wondering if there was some sort of falling out. Francois-Henri Pinault, the CEO of Kering, did release a statement thanking Thomas for his work and crediting him for the brand's revival, so maybe I'm reading into it too much and this was just an abrupt retirement, but I guess there's really no way of knowing. What we do know, however, is that Thomas was gone, and Bottega was left with the seemingly impossible task of filling his shoes.
I picked the software engineering program because they pay very well. It's a fast-paced industry. The boot camp allowed me to keep my job.
In June of 2018, Daniel Lee was officially appointed the new creative director of Bottega. At just 32 years old, his name was relatively unknown, but trust me when I say that he was already an accomplished designer. He attended the legendary art school Central St. Martin's in his native country of England, and while there he interned for both Margiela and Balenciaga. After graduating, he moved to New York where he began working for Donna Karan's eponymous label, and in case you're not familiar, Donna Karan is the designer behind DKNY. After about 2 years, he left to work for Phoebe Philo at Celine, and this proved to be an incredibly formative experience for him, because much like Bottega, Celine is known for its understated luxury. After Phoebe left Celine in 2017, there were even rumors that Daniel was next in line for the creative director position, but before we could find out if that was true, he made the surprising decision to take time off from fashion altogether and travel the world. That was the plan, at least, until he received the call from Kering asking him to be the new creative director of Bottega. As we now know, he did of course accept the offer, but this presents an interesting question. Why choose Bottega over Celine? Well, all we can really do here is speculate, but Daniel had spent the past 6 years at Celine, and his decision to take a year off made it obvious that he needed a break. But when the offer to join Bottega came about, he may have seen it as the more exciting option. You see, Phoebe Philo had already made her mark at Celine, and there is zero doubt in my mind that if Daniel took the job, he would still today be having his work compared to hers. I have to imagine that he wanted to make a mark of his own, and in a later interview with Vogue, he says that he saw Bottega as a sleeping giant, meaning that it had the potential to be much bigger than it was at the time. That said, it was the perfect brand for him to make his mark with, and so he decided to give it a chance. He officially made his debut with Bottega's pre-fall 2019 collection, and I don't think he possibly could have left a stronger first impression.
This is nice. This is nice. Absolutely amazing. Can't tell if that's leather or whatever, brother. This is amazing.
It's almost as if he took everything that he learned at Margiela.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Shoes are not my thing, but this bag is amazing. This is amazing.
And Celine, and then infused it with Bottega's signature elements, including the Intrecciato weave. Speaking of which, he introduced an inflated version of the Intrecciato weave that would go on to become extremely popular. It's easy to understand.
This bag is nice. The shoes are nice. Wow.
Why people fell in love with this sleek modern look, but I want you to understand how brilliant this really is. As we've discussed, Bottega is best known for its simple aesthetic and the Intrecciato weave, and Daniel combined those two things by creating a simplified Intrecciato weave. This collection was our first time seeing.
I'm a sucker for trench coats, but oh my gosh, this is amazing. I need me a trench coat, bro.
But it would certainly not be the last, as it quickly became one of his go-to design choices. So it goes without saying that Daniel Lee was off to a strong start, and over the course of the next few seasons, he released a number of similarly stunning collections. With these collections, we'd receive a number of new staples, including the pouch bag, the cassette bag, the double knot bag, the lug boots, and the puddle boots. While these are all fan favorites, I'll note that the pouch bag has already become the fastest selling bag in Bottega's history.
Oh, these are all iconic, bro. They're just gonna go down forever, bro.
And as far as the puddle boots, I'm sure you've been seeing these things everywhere. They share some similarities to Salim's rubber ankle boots, and given his history there, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that these are a direct reference. Either way, they've pretty much gone viral, and that actually leads me to my next point. Under Daniel Lee, Bottega has become so insanely popular that its status as a brand for insiders has all but dissipated. Even if you don't know who Daniel Lee is, you can now recognize his work, and the amazing thing is that he accomplished this without using logos and bold graphics. And one thing that's been very helpful in making this happen has been his use of the color green. This shade of green, now referred to as Bottega green, was first introduced in Daniel's spring 2021 ready-to-wear collection, and after being used in several subsequent collections, it quickly became synonymous with the brand. This might be a bit of a stretch, but this hue of green.
He did a rebrand that is crazy, bro. I thought it was been there since, but to tell me that it's a rebrand, he did a rebrand, is crazy.
Does remind me of the green that Thomas Mayer used in his debut collection for Bottega, and because Daniel is a self-proclaimed admirer of Thomas's work, part of me wonders if this was his way of paying homage. But anyways, what makes all of this success even more impressive to me is that it was largely achieved without the help of social media marketing. While this move was a bit more recent, it was under Daniel's direction that Bottega completely removed itself from all social media platforms. For most brands, this would be unthinkable, but the intention here is to promote more natural engagement. If people want to post and interact with Bottega content, they will, and that's exactly what we've seen happen with accounts like New Bottega. This page is independently curated by Laura Nicole, who has no formal affiliation with Bottega, but as of right now, it has nearly 900,000 followers. This is a testament to the love that people have for the brand, and that's why so many people were devastated when they heard the news. In November of 2021, just 3 years after his arrival, Daniel Lee announced that he would be leaving Bottega.
Yeah, at least I think he left off on a high note, because they're definitely gonna want him. Just like Gucci with Tom Ford, I think this is his thing too, bro.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Because anyone that remembers Tom Ford's Gucci, bro, is the most coveted Gucci collection. Like, people have talked about it as if it was like it was crazy, you know. I think this is also gonna be like that thing for Bottega. Like this is our like prodigal son type shit.
Daniel Lee's departure was unexpected to say the least, and so this naturally led to the circulation of several different rumors. And I want to preface this next part by saying that none of this is confirmed, and it's all just...
I heard it, when it happened, I thought it was they were saying it was a fallout. There was so many stuff that happened.
Speculation in response
speculations
to his sudden exit. So the first rumor that I want to address came from Vogue France contributor Luis Pisano. According to Luis's Twitter, a reliable source informed him that Francois-Henri Pinault, who is again the CEO of Kering, fired Daniel for using a racial slur during a meeting. Kering responded to this almost immediately, saying, "We deny what you have been told and what you have shared about the reasons of the departure of Daniel Lee from Bottega Veneta." Since then, the rumor seems to have lost its momentum and no further information has been provided to substantiate this accusation, but I just wanted to make you aware of it because it is something that I saw several people talking about. The rumors didn't end there though, because
I didn't hear about that.
As I also heard that he may be preparing to reunite with Phoebe Philo. As you may remember, he worked closely with Phoebe at Celine and decided to leave when she left. But earlier this year, she announced that she would be launching her own label, so is it possible that he will be playing a part in this? I for one was upset to see him leave Bottega, but as a massive fan of Phoebe Philo, this is a decision that I could get behind. And to be honest, I'm really hoping that this is what happens. Then the final rumor that I want to talk about is the possibility that Daniel will be launching his own label. This one I'm not so convinced about because it appears that he was given full creative control at Bottega, so I'm not sure why he would feel the need to leave and start something of his own. I find it much more likely that he would just go work for another well-known fashion house, and that is always a possibility. But at this point, all we can do is wait and see. So with Daniel gone, Bottega was tasked with finding a replacement, and rather than going with an outside hire, they decided to promote Mathieu Blasi, a member of Daniel's design team that had become known as his right-hand man. Ultimately, I believe that this was a smart decision, because at the end of the day, Bottega wants to continue the amazing run that they've been on, so who better to hire than someone that helped make it happen? And much like Daniel, Mathieu has experience working at Margiela and Celine, so although he hasn't presented any collections yet, I think that gives us a fair idea of what to expect. I'll note that he also has experience working for Raf Simons, so that may give him a unique edge. And while this doesn't necessarily pertain to his work as a designer, you may find it interesting to learn that Mathieu is in a relationship with Peter Mullier, who is the former creative director of Calvin Klein and a close collaborator of Raf Simons. Mathieu will be presenting his first collection for Bottega in February of 2022, and while he certainly has a lot to prove, I'm really looking forward to this new chapter. As we've seen, this is a fashion house with a very rich history, but the past few years have brought such immense success that if he can maintain its current trajectory, there's no doubt in my mind that we'll be talking about Bottega for a long time to come. Anyways, that is all for this video. If you liked it and wanted to see more like it, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram for more fashion content. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I will...
That was a good perspective on that. That reminds me of stuff I've like what I've watched of like when he said like when that dude set up like how to scoop talent and everything. It just reinvents like the best houses have the best designers to keep you in the best and to keep you to coming, you know. I think recently Zara probably got some good designers because now I'm not gonna lie, this stuff is looking pretty good, bro. It used to be bland and everything, but now it's actually pretty good. I'm not talking about the quiet luxury stuff now, like the cargos, the stuff that people actually care about. It's actually pretty good. So I feel like people are actually like these fashion houses are going out the way to actually hire good people. Not the luxury ones. Of course, the luxury ones have been doing that since inception, but these ones are this like mid-tier ones are also trying to get into that. Like, let me get actual some good people who keeping up with the trends and all that stuff. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen and how this is gonna move fashion. Like, in a way, we're moving. It's definitely more like especially in America, it's like very individual. Like this is what I want to wear. This is, you know, especially places where like where fashion rules. Tokyo, Copenhagen, France, New York. You know, this is what I want to wear type shit. You know, this is what we send out. This is what you should be wearing. This is how we influence the whole world to wear what they want, what to wear. You know, so I'm curious to see how that goes. It's always exciting to see new styles, new people express themselves differently. I may not agree with all of them, but that's them. You know, I'm not gonna agree with everybody. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, that's good. Nah, bro. You know, and I feel like people should like be happy with that. You know, like we're all not gonna be the same. We're all not gonna do all that stuff. So yeah, I like this video. I may react in the future, but I'm gonna call it that's it for today. I'll see you whenever. I'm still trying to work on my schedule. Making lives is like, damn, it's hot in here. Making lives and everything is like gonna be kind of difficult. You know, I'm trying to take on a project. I'm really trying to grow this up and focus on my shorts. I really think I'm onto something here, and I wanna create a better content and everything. So keep out, watch out. If you like this live, comment, like, what can I do better? I definitely do want to reinvent this whole room this coming year. Definitely want to make this into like a very good studio, some lights in here, better show, better everything. I feel like doing this like every day does take a toll on me, so I maybe do like 3 days a week, keep them and do 3 days a week good shows and plan them out and do them perfectly, and do them not perfectly but good, and you know, so yeah.